What's up? It's Sunday. So, I want to thank everybody that came out to our car meet. We had a good time. A few little small instances, not a big deal, but we got taken care of. We had one guy decided he wanted to put his car on two-step, and then, of course, 5-6 other people started revving up. So we did talk to him about it. It is what it is. He's a friend of ours, but either way, friend or not, and you can't do that. I ain't mad at you. We all make mistakes. Shit happens. If you watching this, don't think I'm mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you. Just want to let you that proved a point, man. Because like you did it, and then you know some bikes done it, and another car done it, and this done it, and it's just like, man, that's why I can't do it. So I love revving. I love two steps. I love systems. But when we have car meets and stuff, we just can't do it. We had a blast. Thank you to Samson's Dogs and Barbecue. They came out, had a good time. They had good food. First time they had been here. Unfortunately, there's a little incident with the other truck, and they couldn't make it. So Samson stepped up, and they brought their truck out, and we had food, man. It was good. So, and then Hickory Fizz come out. Awesome. Had a good time. I swear, I think everybody I've seen had either some kind of food or some kind of drink, or man, it was awesome. So I appreciate y'all supporting the car meet, the food trucks, and all that stuff. So now, I didn't personally have to pick up any trash, and I was at the end of it. We were sitting there hanging out with some friends that were still there. Had a good time, and I told him, I was like, man, I didn't have to pick it up. I said, look around, I didn't have to pick up any trash. And he said, well, I had to pick up some down here. I went ahead and picked it up and put it in the trash can. I was like, well, I appreciate that, man. I was like, you know, a couple things here and there, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, things happen. But, y'all, I appreciate it. When I don't, the less I have to clean up afterwards, the more likely it is that we're going to have another one, right? So if you were the one that left some trash out, shame on you. You should have picked it up. But if you done it on accident, shit happens, dude. I said dude, but girl, guy, whatever. If you left stuff out, things happen. I've dealt with it. I'm forgetful. I'm so forgetful. I'll do stuff too, so I get it. Not a huge deal. But the cleaner we can keep it. Oh, excuse me. I was out late last night. The cleaner we can keep it, the more likely it is we can do more stuff like this, because it's just, you know, I got some friends that'll step up sometimes, but realistically, it's me, my wife, and my son, right? I don't really ask nobody for help. So my neighbor Preston came and helped. You know, Justin Pender was here to help. You know, some other. I'm not going to name all the names because I don't know who wants to be named and who don't. But there was people that helped. My son was parking, and some like Jakin was parking with him, and a couple other kids was helping them park. And they done a good job. If y'all got upset with them trying to park y'all, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to deal with it because it is what it is. Plus, they need to learn, y'all. Just like any job, any of y'all that ever started a job somewhere, y'all didn't always know what you was doing. You had to be trained, right? So they had to learn. I thought they done a fantastic job. Did they need some guidance along the way? 100%. Did we help them? We did what we could, but we were all busy. So they done really good. I don't know. Leave it in the comments if you showed up and you had a good time and you enjoyed the food truck, the drink truck, all that stuff. I think Ashley was playing music for a little while, but I don't know if she kept doing it. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. But anyway, today we're working on a Ford Escape. I'm just chilling in here right now because we're letting it run. It come in with a check engine light, had an evap code, and she said it was making a noise underneath the hood. It was like a ticking noise. And I thought, well, who knows what it is. So I checked the purge valve. I tested it kind of how they said to test it. It was checking good. Cleared the check engine code. So I was going to let it sit here and run. And she asked me, I called her and told her, I was like, you know, you might have, because sometimes you can overfill a fuel tank just a little bit and fuel will get down into the vacuum lines per se back there, and it will cause an evac code. So I was like, well, let's clear it, see what it does. If Comes back home, then we'll address it. So I start this thing up because she said she heard like a ticking noise under the hood. She wanted to make sure everything was okay on it. So I've been sitting there letting it run, and y'all can probably hear it in the background. Tick, 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 right? Sounds like injectors was my first thought. Well, it got louder, and then it'll just go away, and then it'll get loud. I'm like, what is that? And come to find out, it is the purge valve. And how I found that out, honestly, it was just by feeling around. But let me show you. I wish I'd have caught that on camera. Purge valve on this is right here. You got a hose that runs back there, a hose that runs down in here, and a hose that runs here, and it's all one piece. Like, some of them make the piece where you can cut these hoses, then you heat the hoses up, put it on, hear it, come back on, and I can feel it. So that's how I knew before. I heard it click, and I come over here, and I was like, oh, that's that. But this thing is clicking really loud, and then it will go to not clicking at all. So I looked it up, done my research on it, because I don't care what anybody says about doing it. You got to do research, because if you don't know, you don't know. So I looked it up, and of course they do tick. So essentially, if anybody doesn't know, I knew it was solenoid, all it is. So it clicks on, open and close, open and close, open and close, open and close. But I didn't know whether, it just quit again. I didn't know whether with it clicking like it was, clicking and then cutting off, I thought, well, maybe it's just how it works, right? And I got to looking at it, and from what I looked up and read on the diagnosis stuff and of it and everything, is if it clicks really loud, right, it could be a purge valve. And it is supposed to click constantly, same noise all the time. If it clicks for a while and then stops and then clicks again, it means that valve's sticking. And also, if it's clicking really loud, it can mean that the valve's sticking. So that is what's going on with it. And this retard, I want to beep that out somehow. This guy here, get him out of the camera. Nobody wants to break the camera. Yeah, just quit again. Y'all probably heard that. So anyway, I'm gonna call this lady and let her know, like, hey, look, it is the purge valve. Unfortunately, it's not cheap on this. For what the part is, I don't feel like it's a cheap part. It somewhat is an expensive part for what it is, but I'm gonna call her, let her know what's wrong with you. Yeah, boy. So we're going to call her, let her know what's going on. I mean, hopefully she wants to replace it because it needs to be done, right? So anyway, let's get it off here, call her, see what she wants to do. We'll go from there, right? Yep. I'm gonna make him put it on. He's got little hands. It's hard for me to look. I did that getting back in there. I'm just kidding. That comes from another day. But anyway, I'll call her, let her know what the price is of it. I gotta get her estimate made up, and then I'll call her, let her know how much it is to fix it. Excuse me. See what she wants to do. So, see y'all in just a second. All right, so we got this purge solenoid, right? It's made a little different than the other one. Let me show you how this one came off. So, this end went to the back of the car, the firewall, come down, solenoid plugs in there, runs down to the intake and runs over. So it runs down to, what did I do with my wire? Oh, there it is. It runs down to right there. It is this hose right here. See it moving? This hose right here. It runs down there and clips in, and then it runs back there. You can tell which one's new. Back there and clips in. The other hose, it comes with two hoses. It comes in a whole set. It's this hose right here that runs around here and right there. And here's the new one of that. Right? So you have to buy that as a kit for this one, is the only way I found it. These go on a little different than the new ones go on a little different than the old ones. I can't really get this thing off one-handed. Anyway, we'll get it off. It pinches off. So the old ones have these clips. Make sure they hold them on with a thing there. We got this clip with a little button there. When you mash this button, it releases that clip. So realistically, usually what I do, this one don't have a clip on it, which tells me that this has probably been changed before. And it says Ford, so I guess not. But anyway, push down on it, mash that button, and a lot of times it'll come off. It's hard to do one-handed, so I'm gonna get both hands to get that off. And then the back one, back there, if you can see it, see this little red clip? Just pry it to the side, pull it up, push down, and then you can pull up. I thought I heard somebody out there. So let me see if I can get my other hand in there and do it. There we go. So got that one. So now we just get this one. Look, the new ones have a different style on them. They just got these squeeze clips, one squeeze on each side. So they're a little bit easier, but this one also comes apart right here. The old one does not. So I didn't see that you could buy just this piece anywhere, but see how this one's got the clips on this and the old one does not. So the old one is made like this. If you were I think I'll put the video up where I replaced one of these, and you cut this hose off and then you heat this hose and slide it on the new one. But for some reason on this Escape, this is a 17, and 17 does have different valves depending on the trim line, because I run into that. This one doesn't. I couldn't find just the valve. I had to buy the whole thing. So is what it is. This whole thing was like $220 or something like that at O'Reilly's. But yeah, so we're gonna get this other hose on it, put it all back together, and should be ready to come pick this thing up. All right, so now we're in the Supra. All right, y'all, so this thing has actually been running really, really well. Oh gosh. I just had a comment from a guy on my YouTube. If you watch this, man, I appreciate your comment, dude. I read them. I don't get a lot, and I'll read as many of them as I can, as long as I can. I hope that I can always reply to everybody. It's kind of one of those weird things, like I hope I can always reply to everybody, but at the same time I hope that it gets big enough that it's a struggle for me. Does that make sense? Like, I always want to be able to reply to everybody, but if I don't get a chance to reply to somebody, hopefully it's because we've made it, you know what I mean? So if not, is what it is. I'm gonna keep doing these videos anyway. So with that being said, we got that my phone's gonna connect if I don't unplug this. Okay, so we got that Escape done, got that put on, all that good stuff, and I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna bump this up. And whenever we did get that put on, I checked it and it seemed to be fine. So it was clicking a bunch, you know, but it wasn't super loud or anything like that. So I just wanted to change. I wanted to add a couple degrees of time and add some fuel to this thing right fast. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm working on spraying that hood. I know I've said that about that thing on a lot of my videos, but I'm spraying base coat. I just laid the first one down. Anyway, yo, it was a long day. So I just pulled my plugs out. Number 2 looked really good. Number 2 and number 5 are the ones that always give me issues. So number 2 looked really good. Number 5 looked a little sketch, so I went ahead and changed number 5. Put a new one in it, come in here, added some timing, added some fuel, those plugs were in it when it still wasn't 100%, right? So it still could be that this thing's fine, but I wanted to add a couple degrees, and I added 2 degrees and added about 5% of fuel. So anytime I wanted to add fuel, right? And from my understanding now, somebody, if I'm wrong about this, correct me in the comments, or tell me what your theory is, or what you've been told, or if you're a dyno shop, whatever it is, leave it in the comments on here. So from my understanding, if you add timing, it leans it out, and if you take away timing, it'll actually richen it up. Now obviously you want to stay in your boundaries of timing, or where it wants to be, what it likes. Every motor is different. I don't care if you got 2 Coyote motors, they're probably going to be different on what they like timing wise. So jeez, 4 hours of sleep, y'all. Anyway, 4.5, something like that. Anyway, we just added 2 degrees of timing and 5% fuel. So I added for 2 degrees of timing, I added 2% of fuel, and then I added like 2 or 3 more percent of fuel on top of it. So we'll see what it does. I'll take it out. The plug hadn't got real bad, so we took it out last night. I took 2 people for a ride. I took a real good friend of mine for a ride that I've known since high school, and then I took another buddy for a ride that I've known for a good while. Man, I'm telling you, I got to ride in his car last night. Sheesh. I don't know if he I don't think I can post a video on here, but it is what it is. I mean, we were on a closed course, you know, but he's got a twin turbo, like 99, 2000, 01, 02, somewhere in there, Camaro with a twin turbo LS in it, TH400. I don't know what the car makes. He don't know what the car makes. It makes a bunch. I'll put it that way. Car rips. So anyway, I'm gonna go down here. I'm letting this base coat dry, so I figured I'd just chat a minute or two, try to get this video done so we can put a video out. I'm still trying to stay up on putting videos out, y'all. I'm trying. I didn't take video last night, or I didn't take any video of the show yesterday. I was pretty busy. I didn't want to be out filming and you know, not get to talk to people. Thank you again to everybody that brought their cars out. It was a blast. We are doing another one in the fall event. What's the guy's name? Lawless Media. His name's Ben, I think. But anyway, he come out and took pictures. I'm hoping he has a bunch of pictures up. He does really well with his stuff. I'm sure there was somebody there filming. Evan, a guy named Evan, he comes out. I don't know if he wants to be, you know, people, I don't know. I don't know if he wants the people going to it. But anyway, he done a little live feed and showed some of the cars. I appreciate him. He's always supported us. Awesome. It's just, I'm very blessed. I thank the Lord all the time for what I have and what I got. And I don't have a bunch, you know, like we don't have a whole lot. We don't get to do everything we want to do by no means, but the Lord has blessed us in many ways to do what we do get to do and have the cars that we do have. And my cars, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that would love to have this car, but also to me, I know everything that this car needs. So you know, I would love to be able to dump 20 grand in this car and get it where I want it, right? And when I say that, I mean with me doing the labor. So take all the labor charges out and just me doing 20 grand worth of work to it. I would love to do it, and this car would be right. Would I want more? 100%. Don't matter what you have, don't matter what you do, you always gonna want to do more. You know, you always gonna want your car faster. We had a long talk with my buddy the other night, like last night, this morning, whatever. You know, his car's fast, but he drives it a lot. So like, it's not fast to him, you know, and I get it. You know, he's just like, oh well, you know, it's just you get used to it, no matter what it is, whether it be cars, motorcycles, whatever. You get to the point like I want to be at this point, I want to do this, and you get there, and it's just like, my car's a piece of shit. I don't want to, you know. It's just how it is, and that's why it's such it's an addiction. Realistically, that's what it is, and you want to do more, and you do more, and you do more, and then you got these cars that you got way more money in than what they're worth. But they're fun to us. We enjoy them. We have a good time. We get to meet. I have met some amazing people through cars. So anyway, I'm gonna quit rambling. I'm sure y'all don't want to see this, but just know there is hopefully content coming on this thing soon, as far as us driving it more, other than just sitting in a parking lot at a meet. So hopefully we'll get to go out and play with it some. So thank y'all for watching. I appreciate everybody, and we'll see y'all on the next one.